Hi, I'm Santi Rachet from SDJ Records and I am back! Now I'm here and let me tell you, oh boy, it feels good to be back. I'm so hungry for creating music you have no idea. So let's talk about what's new, what changed and what's still the same. But before I start with that, I want to say I'm really happy to see the amount of people that is enjoying my cover of the entire soundtrack of Maze: The Dark Age. It took a lot of work and effort to pull it off, but it was really worth it. That work is one of the greatest achievements I keep with me from last year. Most of the comments on the video said that it is a very underrated video game with a very well-made soundtrack, and I completely agree with all of you guys. So now it fills my heart with joy to know that I did something for it, something to keep the memories of this game alive, you know what I mean? It feels amazing to have the power of doing something like that. Now let's talk about projects. Right now I'm working on 11 albums.
God damn!
Yep. Someone recently told me that I'm a maniac. I do agree with you, my friend. You know who you are. I'm going to give a brief showcase and description of each for those who are new, because a lot of new people subscribed since the last time I checked, which I'm really happy for. Thank you guys and welcome. Let's start with Chaos Edenia. Chaos Edenia is technical death metal with alien-themed lyrics, similar to the band Rings of Saturn. For the moment I have 4 songs finished for this new album, Everjail. 2 of them are already uploaded to my channel and I'm really happy to see some people love the song Everjail. I don't know if any of you noticed, but from the previous song to Everjail there was a significant change in the mixing. I raised the bass to dBs because I realized that the album sound needed more bass. Now listening to the song Everjail, you can have a pretty good idea of how the album will sound once finished. Now, there are 3 different projects of mine that share the same subgenre, which is melodic death metal. But all 3 have different identities. So, first there's Ascendi, which had a breath of fresh air with the new upcoming album Natura. I'm working on changing the production of the album since I didn't like the sound of the song I uploaded. Right now I'm on a spot where I'm pretty happy with it. Let me show you a brief demo of how it sounds right now. The only song that is currently finished is the one that I uploaded called New Concept, and even then I must apply the new sound of the album to this one as well, so there's plenty of work ahead. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this album for this year, but I'm still confident in saying that it will be awesome once I finish it. Then there's Code Cybertreat Episode 2. While Ascendi has a more modern sound to it, Code
Cyberthreat
sounds more like classic mellow death, from the likes of Arch Enemy or Scar Symmetry. Funny story with this one, I wanted to make this album since I finished the first episode 7 years ago, but I was blocked by the barriers of sound, production and mixing choices. I tried over and over again uploading new songs on my channel, but none of them convinced me. I never got the sound that I was looking for, mainly because I lacked the knowledge back then to get it right, but now I have the sound I was looking for and it sounds like this. Right now I have 2 songs finished for this project so far. And the last one of the Melodeath Trinity, which is Dystopian Vision. This project is inspired by the band Bloodstained Child. It has elements of trance and electronic music with depressive lyrical themes about a girl who is a crew member of a spaceship and has to deal with visions that drives her insane. I made some touches to the production and mixing of the album. It sounds proper fucking heavy now. Check out the riff for the intro of the song Restorizer now. And the one on Lies of the Drone. To me, this album sounded great already, and now it sounds even better. There's 5 songs finished so far, so I'm pretty confident in saying that it should be released this year. Almost for sure. Let's change subgenres with Power Dream. Power Dream is obviously inspired by Beast in Black. 5 songs are finished so far for the new album Heatbringer. My issue here is that while I do like the sound I accomplished with the previous album, I wish I could change something for the new one and still love the results. I'm playing it safe here, and I'm applying the same production and mixing as the previous album, To the Future With You, because at the time it was quite an achievement for me and it sounds amazing. But I'm not motivated to work on more of the same. I need something new, I need a change. So that's my focus right now with this project and this current album. Now there's Outworld. A heavy metal project with medieval fantasy themes. Inspired by bands like Orden Ogan, Brothers of Metal, etc. 2 albums for this project are on the work. The first one, called Skykeeper, that got revealed recently on my channel with the song Layers of Grey. This album aims to go back to the roots of this project, back when it was more symphonic oriented and had less focus on folk elements. Then there's a surprise release I planned for this year. If you follow me on social media, you probably already can guess what it is. Arcadium. Heavy metal project that transforms video game OSTs into heavy metal songs. I don't have anything new for this project yet. The last song finished was the song Underground, which was uploaded to my channel not that long ago. This project is hard to work because songs are very hit and miss. Everything can go wrong very easily if I don't focus in making things the right way. It's difficult to explain, but I will need time to finish the first album for this project. Same goes with the second volume of Oldies Go Metal. So I go insane, like a project that transformed 80s best hits into heavy metal songs. I have 4 covers made. I have some plans for more in the future, but I will need time to finish the album. The last 2 remaining projects I want to talk about are Deathspell and Pyre. Deathspell went through a lot of different identities. The only thing that was clear to me is that I wanted a project for horror themes, but music-wise it was constantly switching between symphonic black metal and mellow death. The reason is simple, I love both. So I came to a solution for that. I created Pyre. The reason for the quotes here is that Pyre has been already created even before Deathspell, and it sounds like this. So Pyre was the melodic death metal project, while Deathspell was initially the symphonic black metal one. What I'm doing now is just switching those with the current albums. Deathspell, The Third Renaissance, Empire Tarmolet. Okay, so you may wonder, having all this music to work with, how will I finish all this stuff for this year? Well, I found a tool that will help me with the most tedious part of the job, an AI for writing lyrics. So yes, I know the whole AI thing is a hot topic right now, but I'm using it for something that I suck at doing, and it's something I never like to do anyway. The mere fact of thinking that I must write lyrics each time I want to compose something new just throws my motivation away. So now using an AI solved this for me, and it lets me concentrate on what I like to do the most, which is everything else: composing, singing, producing, recording, mixing, etc. The ones that I'm using are these two. They are both free and they don't ask you to register in their page. You just use them from the browser. It is awesome. Both are great in their own way and have their own identity at the time of giving you the results. So it's a good thing to have both for creative purposes. I think they are pretty powerful, and if you are specific enough when giving the topic, they can give you a very nice detailed lyrics with rhymes and a nice logical structure. Sometimes they could be a little basic, but it's 10 times better than what I write anyway, so to me it's a win. Most of the time I do some touches here and there to make things go the right way along with the music, but just subtle changes, you know? For example, a chorus that ends in "this life" and it's too short, so I change it for "the current life." Stuff like that. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is heart reactions in the comments. You probably noticed that I tend to give heart reaction to almost every single comment in my channel. I got used to it at the point that every comment of my recent videos have a heart reaction. The reason for that is that I don't like exclusivities. If I gave John a heart reaction, why Tom would not have one as well? You know? But if I keep doing that, the reaction just stops having a meaning. You know what I mean? So I will stop doing that. Why? Simply because I don't love every comment. The ones that I personally appreciate the most are the ones that give me feedback about what can be improved, or detailed comments about what you guys like and what not. I came across some comments of people that spent a lot of time and effort in writing just to let me know what they enjoyed the most about certain song or album. Those are the ones that I will give a hard reaction to. I wanted to talk about this because I don't want any of you to take it personally. So from now on, if I gave John a hard reaction to his comment and with Tom I didn't, that doesn't mean I don't appreciate Tom's comment. I would just keep the reaction to stuff that really stands out for me, okay? The last thing I want to mention before I go is about shows. The last year I made 2 shows, one for celebrating the 250 subs and another one for Halloween that almost became a tradition at this point. For that reason, I think the one for this year is probably going to be on Halloween as well. I already made a list of things planned for it, so I'm really excited and can't wait to play some music for you guys. That's everything I had to share for you today. I hope you liked this video and you are happy about what's coming. Please comment if you are excited about anything that I mentioned here. Your comments help me a lot to be motivated to do this stuff, so please share your thoughts without hesitation. See you in the next video. Bye!